All right, so thank you so much for sticking and staying on here with us on GA today on GH1 television. Now we're going to zoom into a conversation that I'm sure it's of interest to quite a lot of us because over the years we've enjoyed a very good relationship with the European Union, and today we're talking about our relationship and also, more importantly, the EU Day. They are celebrating Europe Day 2025, and we'll get into the conversation for you to have an appreciation of exactly what is contained in there. And this morning, we are fortunate to have in studio the Deputy EU Ambassador to Ghana. He's in the person of Jonas Claes. Jonas, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great. I hope you're doing well.
All well. Hope for you the same.
Yes, by grace, by grace. So talk to me. I mean, EU Day, Europe Day, what really is it? Is it like our Independence Day here in Ghana?
I think one can compare. Every year on May 9th, we celebrate Europe Day. And this year is a very special edition because it's been 75 years since we started celebrating. And back in 1950, exactly on May 9th, there was a famous speech that was being given about unity, about European countries coming together. I think it's an important message still today. So around the world in over 140 countries where the European Union delegations are represented, we have festivities. And also here in Ghana with one of our closest partners, we celebrate over 60 years of close partnership with Ghana.
Right. So this year would make what, 75 years, you say?
Exactly.
Wow, that's a long time. Congratulations to you on that. But like I said earlier, Ghana has enjoyed a very healthy relationship with the European Union. What would you say are the highlights of that relationship that we've shared over the years?
Well, there's a lot going on, as you know. The partnership is quite wide, and I think the partnership is stronger than ever. One of the highlights for me personally is every year we were able to send off the Ghanaian students under the Erasmus Plus program. It's always heartwarming to see the excitement with the Ghanaians that are about to embark on good education that they then receive in Europe at some of the top universities. So every year there's a little over 1,000 Ghanaian students that head over to Europe, and Erasmus Plus is one of the programs that makes that happen. I think in terms of size and scope, we cannot look beyond the big energy investment projects that I think the EU is helping to realize here. We are also getting close to launching the retrofit of the Pong Dam, which is a 62 million euro program. And on a personal note, I really had the privilege of observing, of course, like many others amongst us, how well Ghana did at organizing the elections in December. That was really a true privilege to be part of that. Visited some of the polling stations myself.
You did?
On December 7th, and it was good to see democracy in action.
And with that, a lot of people had a lot of fears and all of that, but it was quite seamless. For a lot of people, like you're saying, and for the European Union, how does that make you feel being here in Ghana and relating to us on that level?
Well, it's good because we can also learn a lot from Ghana and the democratic process here. I think it's something that should not be taken for granted. It's a very turbulent region, and to have these changes of government every 8 years in a fairly seamless manner is quite something to be proud of, I think, right, as Ghanaians.
So you mentioned that, yes, we have that synergy, education, energy, all those aspects where there is so much investment from the European Union to Ghana, and also ensuring that we are upgrading ourselves mutually, benefiting from that. One would ask, okay, so regardless of that, why should we care about our relationship?
Yes, I think it may sound like pie in the sky what the European Union is doing in big buildings behind the paperwork, but I think a lot of our work really affects the daily life of Ghanaians, where it has to do with improving the farmer techniques of cocoa farmers, whether it's getting access to education. We also support the Ghanaian police and the armed forces in really helping to keep Ghana peaceful. I think it's particularly important in a day like in this era where, of course, there's some global turmoil, as we all know about, and it's important to stick with our friends and our partners in days like this. And The European Union really tries to present itself as a credible and reliable partner to Ghana, and we're here to stay. We hope that we can help Ghana in really becoming a self-sustainable democracy and a really prosperous nation. When Ghana fares well, the European Union is faring well. So.
Like you mentioned, global turmoil. So we're seeing situations where, yes, some of our partners are pulling some form of their aid. Should we be worried when it comes to the European Union?
I would say no. We do long-term planning, and we're really here to stay. We have, I think, 7-year programming cycles, and right now we haven't reduced our programming €1. So we're really eager to keep that partnership open. And I think it's also because countries like the European Union member states and Ghana, we really think alike and often act alike. So that helps us to keep our hands open to each other and continue to team up. So no, we're not going anywhere.
You say we think alike and we like to act alike. What are some of the similarities? Since you've also been here, what are some of the similarities you've identified?
Well, I think really standing up for peace, for stability, for democracy. I also look after some of the votes that Ghana is doing on regional fora, on international fora. Ghana until recently was a member of the UN Security Council. You're currently sitting on the Human Rights Council. And it's really encouraging to see, for example, how Ghana is also supporting one of the EU priorities on Ukraine, for example. That's something that we really act alike and think alike on that topic. But on more lighter notes as well, we both have a big passion for football, for sports, for food, for culture. So that's something that really unites us as well in many ways.
Right. So talk to me about Europe Day, 9th of May. What are some of the activities that you've put together to ensure that you're really celebrating and commemorating the day?
Well, it's really going to keep us busy. It's not just a day. It's going to be a full month of activity. Wow. So the full May month, starting this Friday with a good party. We'll have a big reception on May 9th itself. After that, we'll roll up our sleeves and we'll get to work with some serious dialogue. Every year we have a big partnership dialogue with the Ghanaian government to talk really about the plans for the coming year, what we're going to have in store. And then on May 20 and 21, we have our business forum, the EU-Ghana Business Forum. And it's always a good opportunity for private sector partners to get together and to really help make the trade relations and the business cooperation thrive. We still have some other activities in the works, in the pipeline. We're thinking about some festivities in Tamale as well. I think it's important to get outside of Accra and even outside of the major cities in the country to really help make sure that all Ghanaians can participate in the festivities around May month.
So the big party is on Friday, the 9th of May, and then 20th and 21st, you're looking at the business forum.
Yep.
So who gets to be a part of the celebration? Who gets to be a part of it? You mentioned that private sector is very key, and for that, on the 20th and 21st, you're looking at how to engage private sector. Maybe there's a business owner out there that says, oh, I wish I could be a part of this. Is it possible?
For sure, check out our social media feeds, I would say. There's ways to register if you'd like to. And the many activities are really geared towards the different segments in Ghanaian society. Last year, we had a big focus on youth, on education. So we reached out throughout the country to that part. This year, it's very much focused on the business angle and the private sector. And who knows, next year, we'll have all the media partners invited at these festivities as well.
Right. So talk to me, why the private sector? Why businesses this year? Why the focus on that?
I think it's important to also, in today's day and age, to keep our borders open. I think we're both advocates for open, transparent trade relationships, which is also not a given nowadays. We've seen that the trade volume between Ghana and the European Union has almost doubled in a little over 7 years, from 3 billion to almost 6 billion euros. And we really want to help foster that, because I think that's the way to help make the country prosperous. It's mutually beneficial. It gives Ghanaian businesses access to European markets. And it really helps us both really further strengthen these relations, strong relations that we already have.
Right, so Jonas, EU Day on the 9th of May. What will be your final words to us Ghanaians and also your colleague Europeans who are resident here?
Well, I'd say come and enjoy the different festivities that we have over the coming month. As I said, look at the social media feeds that are out there. All the activities are advertised, so we look forward to celebrating this important month with you all.
So EU in Ghana on social media platforms?
Correct.
That's how we get to know and also be a part of it.
Always.
Fantastic. Jonas, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure having a conversation with you this morning.
Thank
So
you.
that's Jonas Claes. He's Deputy Ambassador for the EU in Ghana. It's all about Europe Day 2025. On the 9th of May, it's a big party, but it's a whole month long filled with activities. And so just get on their socials, EU in Ghana, and get to appreciate exactly what is happening and how you can also be a part of it. Jonas, thank you once again. Well, that's it for our conversation on our relationship with the EU. We have a lot in common. It says culture, food, so much.